Ice cream, buttermilk, and flavored milk could see some short-term demand constraints as consumers focus on essentials amid fresh round of restrictions to curb spread of COVID-19, according to a report by ICICI Securities. Ice cream consumption will likely remain impacted due to the fear of coronavirus, reduction in out-of-home consumption, and reduction in the number of functions, parties, and events. The consumption of milk-based beverages such as buttermilk, lassi, and flavored milk has also been impacted due to reduction in the number of visits to retail outlets. Analysts also flagged a slowdown in consumption of new dairy segments such as whey protein powder, custards, and premium cheese variants. Direct distribution of dairy products to large societies using own logistics and apps developed by dairy companies and higher support to trade will help companies improve market share. Prolonged stay-at-home orders are likely to benefit consumption of Tetra Paks of milk and dairy whiteners, it added. Milk sales across Maharashtra have dropped by almost 25 to 30% from an average per day sales of 1.2 crore litres to 86 to 90 lakh litres since the lockdown-like restrictions came into force. Rough estimates from the Maharashtra Milk Producers and Processors Associations have indicated. Traders have cut down on milk purchases due to restrictions on market operations, fear of wastage and drop in customers. Retailers selling milk in open markets have also been unable to resume sales after the restrictions. Shripad Chitle, a partner at Chitle Dairy, said, "There has been at least a 20% drop in sales at our end, even in cities like Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur and Aurangabad. As people are working from home, restaurants are closed, functions have been cancelled and grocery stores are operating for a restricted number of hours. We have also written to the Prime Minister among other authorities requesting that COVID-19 vaccination should be kept open to essential staff involved in milk collection and distribution." Sanjay Kalekar, General Manager of Katrej Dairy, said, "There has been a 5 to 7% drop in sales after the restriction, which caused restaurants and many other businesses to close." Shri R.S. Sodhi alluded to the growth figure of $600 billion of Indian food consumption over the next decade, out of which dairy alone contributes $110 billion. He further added that the dairy industry will notch up $200 billion in the next 10 years. Today, we are 21% of the world's milk production, and in 2030, we will be producing one-third of the world's milk, and that too by 100 million farmers. There is tremendous potential in dairy because most of the regions around India are milk deficient. Also, dairy provides sustainable rural employment. While the export of branded milk products is growing, Mr. Sodhi said that currently the Indian dairy industry is not competitive in exports of milk as a commodity. He pointed out most of the dairy surplus countries in Europe and USA, except New Zealand and Australia, highly subsidize milk exports. Mr. Sodhi said mozzarella cheese has been included in the PLI scheme, but this is buffalo cheese, pointing out that approximately 58% of Indian milk production is buffalo milk. But we have to work from zero, as right now in the world market the contribution of Indian mozzarella cheese is non-existent. He flagged his concern by explaining that the world's top 10 dairy importing countries don't allow imports from India. He felt India should up its ante in terms of negotiations about free trade, tariff and non-tariff barriers with these countries. Though the market for packaged sweets remains largely unorganized in India, the market for traditional Indian sweets is sized at 60,000 to 65,000 crore, of which organized players have only a 5 to 7% share. The dairy players draw less than 2% of their sales from the packaged sweets category. A large share of the organized market is captured by snacks brands such as Haldiram and Bikano as per industry estimates. Dairy brands such as Amul and Mother Dairy have been expanding their presence in the mithai segment in a bid to tap the increased consumption of packaged foods in the country. Amul has introduced over 13 products in the category since the onset of the pandemic and has also expanded its retail presence. Same is true for Mother Dairy and Avin, Tamil Nadu. Amul has introduced its sweets in 300 modern trade stores and at 35,000 retail touchpoints. Amul manufactures sweets in 10 plants across the country and plan to add 4 more plants in North this year. Mother Dairy too, which is eyeing a top line of 100 crore from the category in the next 3 years, is expanding its focus across MT, that is modern trade, and e-commerce over and above their 2,000 touch points today. Swiss food giant Nestle is launching plant-based version of some of its most loved brands in Asia as consumers include more dairy alternatives in their diet. That now has a new plant-based version of Milo, the world's leading chocolate malt beverage. This new version replaces the milk in the original recipe with almond and soy, but the other two core ingredients, malt and cocoa, remains the same. Each bottle offers 6.5 grams of protein and is now low in sugar with a combination of vitamins and minerals. It follows the launch of a plant-based Milo powder in Australia in 2020. Nestle is a pioneer in innovative plant-based coffee mixes, and Nestle Malaysia is now introducing a plant-based version of another iconic brand, Nescafe Oat and Almond Lattes. The Nescafe Dairy-Free Almond Latte combines almond and pea, while oat and soy are the main ingredients for the Nescafe Dairy-Free Oat Latte. Both are blended with smooth Nescafe coffee and can be enjoyed hot or cold. Many consumers cite environmental reasons as plant-based proteins are produced with significantly lower emissions, land and water uses. According to GoDairyFree.org, Walmart has a line of dairy-free shredded cheeses. This is great news as the plant-based dairy market continues to thrive. Great value plant-based cheese shreds are made without adding proteins, allergens and are budget-friendly. The item comes in 3 flavors, mozzarella, cheddar and mozzarella cheddar blend. Transparency Market Research shared, global vegan cheese market will chart a compound annual growth rate of about 10% from 2020 to 2030. This will drive the market worth up to $7 billion approximately by the end of the stated period. It is a notable increase from 2020 worth of $2.5 billion. The cheeses are dairy-free, egg-free, vegan and vegetarian. It's unclear who is making the shreds of Walmart to sell under their label, but GoDairyFree.org shared they taste similar to Violife and Good Planet plant-based options. They are priced at $3.97 per 8-ounce package. On the other hand, leading dairy companies like Dean Foods and Borden Dairy have filed for bankruptcy due to declining dairy sales. Even Nestle sold its ice cream business. Global dairy prices marginally moved up by 0.3% in the event held on April 6th as compared to the last fortnight, and average price index was $4,081 per metric ton at global dairy event. Prices of various dairy commodities moved as follows. Anhydrous milk fat $6,209 per metric ton with 0.8% growth. Butter $5,776 per metric ton with 2% growth. Cheddar cheese $4,393 per metric ton with 2.2% growth. Lactose $1,307 per metric ton with 6.5% decline. Skim milk powder $3,367 per metric ton with 0.6% growth, and whole milk powder without any change remained at $4,083 per metric ton. Thanks for watching Daily News 7x7 channel with news update from last 7 days. To continue receiving update from this channel, I, Kuldeep Sharma, request you to subscribe this channel and share and like the video, and also don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.